Welcome back to Week 6 of the North American Academy League, where Echo Fox and Cloud9 are loading onto the Rift. As Cloud9 Academy surges, they continue to show that the talent pool runs pretty deep for the entire organization.
Oh, yeah. Former Cloud9 Academy top laner Kumo just got to play his LCS debut and went 2-0. So that's another player from Cloud9 Academy that does super well up there. And who is taking his spot? It's Jukes. And he has been crushing it in the top lane. The guy is really hard to take down. He's kind of like Impact, that no matter how many players you send up there, he'll find a way to make you waste your time.
And everything feels like kind of right now an uphill battle for Echo Fox Academy.
Yeah, I mean, they're up against Cloud9 Academy, who's done so well. So unfortunately, it is really tough for them, especially after having that defeat yesterday. But there is a way to win this game, and it comes from the jungle. Panda has to help out mid and bottom lane. The mid and bottom lane for Cloud9 and their mid, Golden Glue, bottom lane, Keith and Diamond are, they're very good as well. But Jukes has proven to be very difficult to take advantage of in the top lane, so defect to other lanes to try to find a lead there.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do. Let's meet the teams competing for this matchup. Starting on the blue side, it is Echo Fox Academy. That means it's Lorlo in the top lane, Panda in the jungle. Eyes on him this game. Yasui in mid, Lost at bot, and Phil at support. With Coach Mabry, by the way.
Can't forget him. And over on the red side, it's Cloud9 Academy. You've got Jukes in the top lane, Blabber in the jungle, Golden Glue holding down mid, Keith in the bottom lane. His support is Diamond, and their coach is Westress.
I wonder if we'll get a little Kiana in this game. I feel like Golden Glue would.
You want to see Kiana?
I kind of want to see her. I want to see what goes down.
She's hard to see because she's invisible.
True.
No, she's very explosive. I think she really fills that void that we had of Zed being out of the meta, that it's just an assassin that just catches you by surprise suddenly. Oh boy, we just lost drastically and I don't know what happened.
But does she change the game as much though? Like obviously, so like a Rengar changes it more than a Zed, because of Rengar ults, everybody's just like stand still, hold hands. If Zed's missing, you're like, well, we have a bit of vision, we're good. Are you still worried about that kind of like detrimental game change where if she's ahead, she stops the game and nobody wants to move, or a little less?
The reason I'm not too worried is because she's really difficult so far. There's a lot of intricacies into what element do you take? Do you take grass, water, fire? At any time in the map, you can't take 3 very often. So the players have to be very on point. But if anybody could do it, it'd be our boy Grayson Gilmer in the mid lane, Golden Glue.
It's like a fantastic sports car. Just because you're in it doesn't mean you know how to go fast in it.
Yeah, actually.
You have to learn all the ins and outs. We'll see if whoever has done that with the Kiana Ferrari.
I've been in a few I don't even have a license, but I've been in a few sports cars. They're
passenger seat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
88 Collie.
Yeah. The interior looks the same as as a cheap car. Not gonna lie, looks the same.
That was a good event.
What can I say?
Good League of Legends.
And you're lower. You're so much lower on the floor too. It's like, why do I need to see the exhaust pipes out of every other
the ground?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like looking up someone's nose. So we're into bands. Bands on the side of C9 Academy. There's the Kench getting the bench. Phil gets taken out there. Also Karma played against one of those in the top lane the other day. People didn't know to stop fighting it. It was bad. I digress.
The wheel of karma.
The wheel of karma
keeps on wheeling.
What's the final ban here for Echo Fox Academy in Phase 1? Aatrox? No. Silas? No.
I think people haven't liked banning Aatrox so much. He seems beatable. He feels very beatable.
Yeah. Lux. Absolutely.
I think you are going to first pick Sejuani if you're Fox Academy. They've done it for a while. It works with Panda, and it's very easy not to die on her. So, yep.
No. Were you a jungler? I don't believe it.
The other day, I realized half of the people I'm hanging out with, we're all junglers. It's just junglers binding together like, oh, yes, we all think alike.
That's fine. That's because none of the other lanes get along with you.
Right? Can't invite an AD carry to a jungle party.
Be like, why are they separating from our conversation? You're talking about lane stealing, taxing. Another Silas. So Silas, 100% play throughout today. I like it. I like it.
I had no problem with the Trundle as the answer, so I don't know why people made it so much harder on themselves. Taking
You don't
Silence.
feel like you get derped on if you play against Hail of Blades?
No, not at all.
You don't even get to become Trundle.
That's fine. Just don't. Here's the solution, right? Stand 2 units back. Bam.
To what? Wait.
Yeah, because the whole idea with Trundle when you steal Sejuani's ultimate is that you can be a frontline tank, right? But because she doesn't take Aftershock, you're no longer that strong of a tank. So she's no longer tanky, therefore you are also no longer tanky. Just play further back.
But you're making her even less tanky, too.
But that's fine.
Get
She's
it.
still going to buy
Well, that's what
armor
I'm
and
saying. Yeah,
MR,
yeah.
right? It's not like there's 0 stats to steal.
Okay. Okay.
And I like Pillar. It's a good ability.
Ooh. That is a Wampin squad right now coming from Echo Fox. They're just going to be able to get on top of you and stay there with crowd control. Camille's in, Dredgeline in, Sejuani.
Camille is going to follow Aatrox around. She is going to want to be going up against either Jukes in the top lane or Golden Glue in the mid lane, or even Jukes if he swaps to mid lane with the Aatrox. So last game, it feels like yesterday already. Camille was banned as an answer to the Aatrox. So here we have it, and it makes for a very powerful 2v2.
Morgana.
Sejuani, Camille. Yep, great answer to literally all 3 champions.
I like it.
Get wrecked by Morgana there. Camille can't ult or stun you. Sejuani cannot stun you or ult you. And Nautilus, not a single one of his spells will work on you.
Not a single one.
He will drag himself to you, but that's about it.
True. Yeah, that one then. It's always been one. Things that attach to spell shields. It's like I wag my finger at those. Never did like it. I'm like a.
You think it should fizzle the hook?
It feels weird because both are a negative thing happening.
Yeah. So 2 negatives should equal a positive.
Well, no, it's not that. Never mind. One thing is negative first. That means everything after it doesn't matter.
You know.
Oh, Kiana did get banned. I'm sad.
It didn't even get first picked in the first 3. Actually, that should have been an even bigger surprise. So we still don't know what does well into her, against her. My word. CC. I mean, every champ that gets released is bad against CC, so you can always count on that.
Mundo's not too bad. Garen's not too bad against CC. Then again, he was released a long time ago.
They have answers. I like Mundo.
Wow. Bot lane just got slaughtered here in second phase. See what happens with these picks. Yeah, and nothing has been picked on either side as they match top for 3.
Look at the pattern. What is similar between Draven and Caitlyn?
Long range.
Lane bullies.
Oh.
Right? Lane bullies have been taken out by Fox Academy. So this could be them flexing something weird in the bottom lane. Yasuo is available, and it would be crazy to go into it against Morgana, but who knows? You can run a non-AD carry operation here with Fox Lane. And we're halfway right, maybe? We expected shenanigans, just not. It's Kai'Sa mid.
I like it. So we get the Nautilus bot going in with Callista. Fate's Call to chuck him in. You're going to be getting thrown into a Morgan, so I don't want to get thrown into that. What do you got? No, Varus. Xayah? I think it's going to be Xayah with Sivir banned, Caitlyn banned.
It makes it so much harder for you to be, like, if you're Sejuani or Nautilus, how do you engage on the bottom lane of C9? You can't. Between Xayah's ultimate and Morgana's Black Shield, you can't hit him.
Hard to gank Corki. It looks like Jukes is going to have quite a bit of a party on that top side if he's the only one allowed to be ganked in this composition.
Yeah, and I really want to see what Blabber does to the jungle Sylas because we have a great sample size. If you've been with us for the last game, you saw that FlyQuest ran Aatrox and Sylas in the jungle as well. So the Sylas did not play very aggressive, and I think that Blabber is the kind of player that will invade and will look for the red smite 1v1 Sylas in your face conqueror approach, and I think that would shake things up dramatically when it comes to influencing Jukes' lane.
So obviously we've seen Kaisa mid a few times. How do you feel about the Corki matchup? You go shot for shot, but you can trade a little bit better, I feel.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry to interrupt you on that one.
Do it!
Silas has the Fate's Call
The spear.
spear.
Yep.
So he has to bind someone right now. So we get to see Cloud9 Academy utilize a Fate's Call as well on this. And it could be Aatrox, it could be Morgana, it could be Xayah to keep her alive. There's a lot going on here, and I can't wait for us to see who he actually chose. But you asked me about Corki versus Kaisa. Well, I've never played that. Never played it. But I can tell you that Kaisa is really good at shoving the lane, at pushing, and assisting his jungler, and helping with camps because she has percentage maximum HP. So she should be fine into Corki. She's running teleport, and I just don't think there's anything that really bullies out Corki. So it's not like you pick Kaisa to have a crazy lane. It's just you pick Kaisa to not pick a mage that's going to get outscaled. And so you have an AD that does just fine.
He got the first CS. So he starts Gatling gun, trying to get some damage on that back line. Oh no, he missed one!
Yeah, see, that's the little trade pattern of Kaisa. She can always hit you back with the Q, but eventually, Corki does outshove you. He's going to have access to EQ and his R rockets.
The Decathlon rain does feel pretty bad early because if you get hit by enough bolts and the minions are clear, that's bad news bears. So keeping it safe here. Just some quick corrupting potions on the right to be chugged is a Doran's Blade and health potion start for the side of Yasui. So easy peasy going here. Corgi versus Kaisa. We'll see how that plays out. Looks like junglers are getting to their secondary buffs on the map. Silas is doing a full clear on that top side, so we'll be on Raptors now.
That was one of the better skins of all time, Corgi.
It's a great skin. Oh, wowzer.
Bold.
Nice. I mean, you get the AD shield adaptive, right? So you're good to go in and out for a quick hit.
Yeah, get that tower shot, doesn't matter. But is the Aatrox low enough to be tower dove is the question, because I want to see what Panda does this game. We highlighted him as the win condition for Fox Academy, and when Panda does well, the rest of the team does well. So it's not like we don't have supporting evidence to suggest that Panda is going to influence the game.
Quick cleanup here at the turret. Nicely prepped up for the turret to hit perfect shots on these minions with one auto attack. Coming in from Lost. He's still going to try to stay safe. Those feathers pushed through by the abilities of Keith as they try to harass under the turret.
As long as Blabber remains in the bottom quadrant, then Cloud9 is going to just stay shoving this lane constantly because there's no way for them to engage. You just can't engage on them. Morgana has no reason to ever use Black Shield. There's no harass that she can mitigate. So she's just waiting patiently for that. And Lurlo, one hit away from taking down Juke.
Not something we usually see happening to a Jukes lane here, but this is also why we saw Camille banned last game in that second phase once Aatrox was picked. So we see what that matchup is like. Teleport still there for Lorlo, as it might just have to be used by Jukes. Yes, Lorlo should be able to walk back the lane, so slight advantage there to start things off. 25 to 15 in that lane. He will clean up this wave, but it's not a gaining wave. He's just catching back up.
Yeah, he is now going to be at a teleport disadvantage.
Yeah.
Lorlo got to save his. And that might come in handy if a fight breaks out in the bottom lane, specifically post 6. But an attempt here is going to be nullified by a good award from Diamond.
Level 4. Fox there soon. Nice dodge.
All right, Blabber in the top side with Jukes having a... Look at the two pings. Those are such smart question mark pings. They're thinking Blabber is at either Raptors or at doubles. Watch out. And that tells Lurlo, don't look to trade. Back off, just let the wave crash and you're going to be fine, because he's got a big wave stacking. If he does this right, he should build a significant XP advantage that will allow him to get back at Jukes and hit level 6. Oh,
Does sweep it, trying to clear it out slightly, but what a great spot to be in farming against that. Panda, I think he was able to skirt around there, but may have just been seen at the last second as he cut back out of the river.
Yeah, look at the little good damage that Yasui gets to do in the mid lane. And I think Yasui is one of the most exciting mid laners to watch for Academy because he's always bringing out new picks, just trying to shake things up. And some of it might stick, some of it might not. Kaisa mid is not the first time we've seen her here. She's definitely been something that we've seen before, not just into Corki, but just players that want to run her, and she is viable.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how good are you at Kaisa.
Definitely had an eye on him last year as they were going into kind of playoff mode, but he, I think, underperformed a bit. So we'll see if he can bring that back up to snuff as they kind of get more towards those intense games that have a little bit more pressure on him. Still a very, very good player. Like you said, kind of one of the ones that's not afraid to be flashy, and I think that's a big gap that a lot of players don't take to level up their game. Almost a hit onto Jukes. That flash is still there, so we may have to blow it. Not exactly a level 6 for either jungler right now. Golden Glue has the inner line here towards the river. That's going to be Jukes as well. This could be a great fight back onto Lorlo after having a lost lane. Lorlo gets himself to safety, but this could be the kill for Jukes. That's going to go over to Golden Glue, and they start to pick up Echo Fox kills. Golden Glue just getting out Yasui on the end. Does he have a W coming up for a Void Seeker? And I don't think it's going to be there, as he does not have the mana or just hasn't leveled it for lane yet.
Oh, the 1 for 2 ends up being in the favor of Cloud9 Academy, and all of that was because they had better priority in mid lane. The fact that Golden Glue was able to collapse and move so much faster meant that all that wasted time taking down Blabber just allowed everybody else to collapse. And Jukes is now winning his lane. He's now going to be ahead in CS, has got a kill and an assist, whereas Lorlo, he died and used that TP.
Yes.
He's now at a teleport disadvantage, unable to get that back before Jukes does. So that play just swung the dynamic of this match significantly.
See it one more time.
There
Yeah, Lorlo coming down said, yeah, let's fight it, but I don't think they knew Golden Glue was going to be there first.
It's cool that Yasui gets to collapse so quickly because of his ultimate, but the focusing was very tunneled on getting one member that had no way out, right? Already in the Camille ultimate, instead of addressing the rest of Cloud9 members. And that's the power that you have with an Aatrox in those skirmishes. The second you get that first kill, like, whoa, boy, do you really want to stay fighting that? Because there is a guy whose title is literally World Ender in that fight.
Quite a bit of action there to start things off early. Yasui's flash is down. Everybody has flash down except for bot lane and Blabber. So that was quite a hectic fight to start 8 minutes in. 2-1 though. And those kills, like you said, going to C9. Golden Glue feeling nice in the lane, and that big one for Jukes. It is always great to know kind of, I'm absorbing my lane, I can't really help. You get a good fight just out of your lane and you're right back in it. Fate's Call from a very dangerous engage from C9 and Diamond and Keith on the bot side. Looks like this will give them the Ocean Drake to a little bit healthier and start off some more engagements.
Really good roam out of Jukes too, making sure that he can use the time that he would have otherwise spent top lane waiting for the wave to crash to just throw a cheeky little roam down. See if you can get a play, get a dragon, and it works. So that's just optimal use of top lane play out of him. He didn't waste a single thing. As you can see, Lorlo still has got the wave right in the middle. So Jukes just played him. He got played.
He juked him.
Yeah.
Good say. Squeak. Great sound effects.
You heard that one a million times and you're like, that's the sound. It's a squeak. It sounded like a toy duck.
Squeaks can be annoying. You gotta find the right sound. Like, huge props to our team that does sound effects and Foley and everything for the games.
Oh, it's a huge
insane.
deal.
This is also insane in the membrane. Jukes goes down. No world ender for him. We are gonna have a Silas ultimate. He used up recently as he stole something, so we'll see what he comes back with here as he comes off the base. But that's another kill for Echo Fox on the top side. That's 2 for Yasui on the roam.
And Jukes' teleport is not up. Look at the timing of that. This is just such a beautifully timed play. They took advantage of him moving to the bottom lane, so continuing to make one play on top of the other, and luckily Blabber gets to fill in that, but that puts the top lane at a serious disadvantage because now Lorlo is really feeling it. He is 20 CS up.
Starting to see why
19.
teams are leaving Aatrox up. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
But
it's easy to kill.
It's not the impact lane you definitely used to see from him. That used to be a 2v1 fight, as opposed to just, oh, this is going to be Aatrox, you know, going down here.
It's hard to figure out what Aatrox is going to do in the game. Like, you know he can provide value to you in a team fight, but is he going to be a liability in the laning phase? Yeah. Who knows?
The world may never know. Ask Mr. Owl. May have just dated myself.
Yeah, dude. What is that?
It's a Tootsie Pop commercial, bro. How many licks does it take to get to the center of Golden Glue?
I used Tootsie Pops as an insult when I was a kid. Yes, like a Tootsie Roll. Like, what are...
That's a song. How is it a diss?
Dude, in Canada, Moose was a diss. Moose was a diss.
In Canada, Tootsie Roll was the worst thing you could say to your mom. 3-2, 11 minutes in. And looks like they're going to even up the goal just a little bit here as they head over for Rift Herald. Feels good for Fox. Assist going over to Lorlo. Repair a bit of what he lost in the lane, so he's not feeling too bad. Not always had that CS lead. Things once again slow rolling, but methodical here for the winning team. Great warding going in by Diamond. They're saying we don't have much here on the bot side, but let's light it up with our security system. Put as much pressure on this bot turret as we can.
It's really cool seeing what Yusui is doing with the Kai'Sa ultimate, just always collapsing from seemingly nowhere. Obviously, it's mid lane, but he's just zooms right on through and gets an assist. It's very similar to Package, a super long range engage that lets your AD carry be a part of it. It just has a little conditional ability for it.
Cha-ching.
Oh, it sucks that he couldn't stay there, actually. If he just was a little vigilant. One more auto, gets that turret.
Got it.
Because now you are going to end up giving it up to Cloud9, and that sucks because you used the Rift Herald top.
Oh, Fate's call out. Soul Shackle missed. Does he want to throw back in? I'd hit it, but not so much. Panda's right behind you, and nobody else is on the roam. You had full vision there of Silas in the mid lane for a second, unless he actually passed behind the minions. Now they're going to go for the fight as they give C9 a little bit of time of reset, and Blabber is just around the corner. Glacial Fisher's there. If he's going to steal that ult as well and try to use it back. No, he's got the Nautilus depth charge. Now they throw the Dark Binding out. There's a Phil stopwatch as he almost goes down. The Ignite's there, but he gets the shield. It looks like they'll be able to get the safety here. Blabber doesn't have any follow-up. Oh, he gets the flash! The Q-up's got him ducked, and there's a double kill! Coming in for Blabber. When you just thought it was over, they were getting started.
This Silas jungle is
we saw it once, almost again!
That was blind!
Oh, that's disgusting.
That was blind, and he shakes it! He shakes the rump! Shake it!
Is that legal? Holy moly, I can't wait to see that all over again. Cloud9 kind of just baiting the team into false sense of security. Echo Fox looked like they were really on the forefront there.
Oh, Jukes almost outplayed Lorlo. He dodged out of the stun and then looked for the re-engage. Unfortunately, missed the Qs, but that fight in the bottom lane. Look at how confused Fox is. Like, do we go in? How do we engage onto this bottom lane? We have no idea. Our champions don't work.
Great Black Shields, great Featherstorm.
Right, when that misses, there's just no chance. And just when this goes down, it's a cool little effort out of Phil to use that.
Yeah.
And this is great. He has that. But when you know Blabber, when you've watched enough Blabber and you know he has flash, you know this is happening.
And then Golden Glue. Keeping it together, cohesive, sticky, whatever you want.
Dog looking for his ball. Look at that shake.
Bro.
Look at that shake. Slow
Who
mo.
walks above the rock? Ooh. Who walks above the rock and over? Like, to think your enemy is going to take that path.
Right?
Holy 2,000 IQ.
He might have actually been safer just walking straight back to mountain.
Yep. He would have. Hindsight.
Captain Hindsight.
Mountain Drake and an Ocean here. Cloud9's able to keep healthy in these toe-to-toe matchups around the map. There's a 3K gold lead mounts in their favor. 2-0-2 Golden Glue participating in its first fight there at River just under Rift Herald, and everything started to pan out for C9 from there. Really stopped the bleeding on Jukes' lane, and he's been able to kind of absorb that pressure now, so not too much happens. His turret did go down, but it's been matched on the other side of the map, and we're either getting the next outer tier down in the bot side of Fox, which is pretty crazy, or that mid lane fight.
Unless Jukes can get dove 1v1, he's going to be just fine holding his lane. So as long as he's got teleport, he'll still be able to contribute. And with a 4-minute dragon that is of the mountain kind spawning, we're going to have a big fight coming up soon.
A little bit of a crit there. You can see Keith not doing too much damage to Panda. Enough, though, to make them think about staying in front of the turret on that path. Do they come back around? They do not. They're hovering over by blue buff to see if there's a check. They feel like C9 is going to be invading their jungle a lot more than they are, when really they have Corki bot, Aatrox top, and they're not going to try and fight with these three. All they're doing is pushing the lane. How do you see Echo Fox finding a way into a fight that gets them a win?
Oh, well, you can't. You straight up got countered. You have Nautilus trying to engage against Morgana. It's never been worse than that. And when you got Blabber 2 levels up on Panda, only 1 now, he has Nautilus ult on you as well, so it gets really difficult for him. Cloud9 came out significantly ahead from the draft here, and that's what makes it so tricky for Fox, because when you now have a Sejuani and Nautilus, who are typically your hard engage, you need to find a way to break that spell shield. There's not a single member that can. It's Yasui that has enough damage to break it, so they need to find a way to either bait it or look elsewhere.
All right, Killer Instinct goes in. A little bit of overdrive there for some damage. Golden Glue is going to go down, but the team has gotten here. Can they get the retribution kills? Yasui almost goes down, and he finally falls. There's a resurrection coming up for Jukes, and now they're on to Pandas. They're trying to strip him of all that fur. Pretty thick, but they get him down. Lorlo, now the last one standing, should hook himself to safety. Jukes, mission impossible. Oh, he's going to get a little Gromp help here. Almost kill himself. He's like, oh, the Gromp will definitely turn around and fight Jukes first.
Take me out.
He's safe there. Diamond looking for an over-the-shoulder binding, maybe. Just get a quick one out. Right down the channel. Good dodge by Phil as he walks it against the wall. The actual most beneficial binding to throw there is straight up the middle, because you force them against the wall and they cannot
I was just thinking that the angle was too close to the wall. You're wasting a lot of space there. In fact, a little bit away from the wall, because if he were to hug the wall completely, he would have been caught by the bind either. So yeah, we're both looking at the fact that that was a bad binding, Diamond. You can be better. We want you to be a great player.
That one too? No, I'm just kidding. Lorlo getting himself the safety there, and he did make it out alive. 0, 1, and 2. He hasn't seen much action since the beginning of the game. Camille would kind of like to be getting into these skirmishes, a little bit more money in her pocket for these completed items. The Black Cleaver is already finished up on the side of Jukes. A few more core items down the list for the side of Cloud9. Still looking at some on the side of Echo Fox, but a few more recipe items still looking to get to those spikes for Echo Fox right now, which is really slowing them down.
Yeah, they are trying to slow this one to a standstill, because C9 is on some next level. You got Blabber, he's got a completed proto belt already. I mean, he is just a huge beast in the jungle now, hitting 11, lowering that cooldown of the ultimate steal even more, and 17 seconds on this dragon. That level advantage and that power spike is a big, big deal, because Fox, they have no ground to stand on when it comes to contesting these objectives, let alone fighting for vision for a Mountain Drake. So they have conceded it, and they're going to just send Yasui top lane. Go farm, see what you can do.
All right, so we're Oceans Mountains this game. We'll see if we even do get a third element again of Infernal or Cloud. A lot of Oceans this Friday.
Well, we start off the show with a shot of the Pacific Ocean, so figure why not. Although I still think it's a little odd, because we are essentially electronic games, and electricity does not do well in water in the ocean.
Interesting.
You know, maybe something more technological.
What if you don't know that the entirety of Riot Games is encapsulated in a submarine?
God, I would do that.
Got him.
I would do that.
There you go.
You wouldn't do that? Travel the world in a submarine, broadcasting shows from the water?
That's how you get sick. That's why nobody's ever done a land on a cruise ship. 36.2 to 32. It's like we're swimming up and down the river here for a little bit. Oh, the binding hits. That always feels good. Get a little max range skill shot in there. Shane Lash is going to whiff as Panda waits around the wall. Says, come here, Bash brother of Phil.
Oh,
Come here, Bash brother of Phil. We will stun them. We will lock them, and we will knock them down. Kill for Panda. Beautifully done, but it looks like they got themselves into a dark part of the map. They can't really see what's going on the other side except for the one ward in the brush, and they will now lose Phil. 1-for-1 there. I say Blabber's a good one to take down.
Oh, Lost didn't save
Actually,
Phil.
Diamond went down too. 2-for-1.
Lost didn't save him. He could have used Face Call to get him out, but the big thing to note here is that Blabber does not have Black Shield because Diamond used it earlier, so there was no way to save him here. And the fact that Golden Glue is hammering out, look at how much damage he does to Phil on this side. Lost could have pressed R, get him out of there, use that re-engage, and Cloud9 Academy is lucky that they didn't lose more members out of that because that was fighting an ill-advised fight. That was 5 members of FOXA Academy in that side of the map.
Oh, Lorlo tried to use his Q to get that kill, and it still went to Yasui. The guy's just trying to get a little gold in his pocket. All these assists are really gimping the top laner's items. Rage Blade, Manamune building up here for Kaisa. He's got the attack speed as well. Kathy and Rain to clear top side. Turrets in mid lane have gone down for Echo Fox, so their map's a little bit more open. That's why we see C9 able to traverse the jungle much easier throughout that inner portion.
C9 is about to get a whole lot stronger too. They're waiting on a few item spikes that are gonna just take them to the next level. The Death Stance on Jukes is possibly the best power spike for Aatrox, the 2 items of Cleaver and Death Stance, and he's almost there. He really just needs a few, maybe like 2,000 more gold. Blabber, once he has Zhonya's, next level. Infinity Edge on Golden Glue, and then Zhonya's out of Diamond. So they are about to be a critical mass here. And right on time for Baron with 2 Mountain Drakes. So Cloud9 is just aching for a fight.
Yeah, you even have Corki. Corki can shred through that as well. He'll just be taking a walk towards top side. Panda's in the back. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh, nice killer instinct dodge. Redemption comes in, he's gonna flash into it. Oh, he flashes right into the Glacial Prison. Beautiful shield coming out of Diamond. They get the Soul Shackle back onto Panda. Phil's gonna try to give him a little bit of body block here, but is it enough body? Is it enough block? And it is beautifully done. They're gonna be able to get damage? No, they don't want it. They said, we don't have enough coverage, River. Let's go back to Keith and figure out what we can reset to do. Good hold by Echo Fox, and they'd be looking for a resulting fight after this one. Never mind.
The Morgana is so annoying, and Panda now has to face check. He doesn't even have the Warmog started.
Oh, flash forward, Abscond of Duct, he's in. Protobelt brings him a bit closer. Golden Glue takes big damage, but he's into safety now as Diamond could be the next one going down. The team has slivers of health, but C9 is still pushing forward. Seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. Yasui looking for the Void Seeker. And he actually hit Golden Glue. That was super close to killing him. Amazing. Golden Glue stays alive. He'll be able to teleport back to it. There's a Void Seeker that does count. Diamond goes down. That's the fight they wanted. Lorlo's not looking good behind the pick. Gets caught by Blabber and Jukes. But gets a flash hook shot to safety. One hell of a fight going back and forth. Both teams testing each other to the max. That's the package over the wall, delivering biscuits to the entire team of Echo Fox. And he's gonna go down himself. Lost able to pick that kill up, but Golden Glue falls, and I don't think anybody's getting Baron here as they have had enough of this a really long fight.
They're gonna go for the Ocean Drake instead, and that fight was on a razor's edge. If any other member would have gone down sooner, that is Cloud9 right away starting that Baron, because that's why Blabber went on this anyways. Engage on Panda, take him out. Cloud9 has this move locked down. They've done it a million times. Take the jungler out, take the 4v5. And instead, Yasui keeps stalling out with those Ws. This one hits Diamond. Really good angle on it, knowing that he can't dodge out of it.
400 plus.
And that buys just enough time for Fox to stall out the Baron. And when you know that Corki bases and he's got teleport up in the middle of a fight, he wants to make a play like this, and it's a big package play that actually doesn't hit anybody with the burn. He really just gets himself in there to trade 1 for 1.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe a wall pin there or something, but you're right, safety in everywhere they were standing. Not as much as of an activation. You kind of want to get out of a package either. You got quite a bit of time to wait for that, and it's one of Corki's very, very big abilities.
By the way, I want to rename the package. What it lives on the floor, what it leaves. It's the Valquilizer.
Valquilizer.
Yeah.
I like it. Awesome. Now you just need to play Corki and Rumble.
There is a way to do it, right? You got Corki, Rumble, Jarvan.
Jarvan. I was going to say, you better say Jarvan.
X marks the spot inside the Cataclysm.
As soon as you go in, you have Galio come down from support.
Boom!
Oh, stun on the back line. Nicely done. That means the DPS can't come out from loss. He gets Fate Call in, Fate Call out. He says, here you go, Phil. You may not want this, but we're going for it. We're all in, and C9 is happy to oblige.
Just going straight for the Baron, knowing they can turn it. This is Cloud9's wheelhouse. This is the play they've practically invented in Academy. Just start that Baron, have the enemy turn, and when you've got 2 Mountain Dragons, you burn it so quickly, the fight is just so darn easy. I think Fox has no way out of this one, and I think they're gonna end up losing their entire Nexus here.
Yeah, it's gonna be real quick, especially with Corki's damage. We said it kind of spikes once he gets Triforce. You're only about 10 minutes later, and you're hard spiking on this champion. 6-2-5 for Golden Glue. May have enough defense to stop that last Nexus turret from going down, and Echo Fox not really breathing a sigh of relief, but they're able to breathe a bit.
Yeah, that was close. They had the entire base in the side. I turned around, I was waiting, I thought it was over.
Saw makeup coming in for touch-ups.
Right.
We were in there. So a quick back, a quick reset. Is it down the gut? Is it push the lanes? Do they have to be worried about anything on the side of Echo Fox?
That punch from Cloud9, that was internal bleeding that caused that one. Baron at this stage, you got a 9,000 gold lead. Look at the spikes that we talked about. All of them are completed now, which is even nastier for their team. So Fox, they really just need to find and engage, but the pick of Morgana. Morgana is one of those champions that if you do a good job in draft, you can just flat out win.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Elise was meta and then somebody would always end up last picking Morgana? Literally removes the champion from the game. Elise became useless. Same thing happened here. Locking that early CC so early without remembering Morgana ended up costing Fox big time. It's a lesson that needs to be taught, and I think that this is a game where they have learned it.
Oh, a nice hit. Just about in the back line. Knock up, pop up. It's a bounce house in front of the base of Echo Fox, and C9 lands right on their feet, and they hit the ground running. Inhibitor turret's gonna follow. A nice shot from Golden Glue as he doubles up on those big shots to take down Yasui, and Cloud9 will look to put the finishing touches on the base. They're playing with their food a little bit, going for seconds. The buffet's open on this one, but the verdict is out, and they are gonna be taking down Echo Fox Academy as Cloud9 come up with a victory.
I, for one, would not pass up on the opportunity on trying some Fox as an adventurous eater. Who knows where you can find that? Maybe
back in Canada.
Maybe the desert. I was thinking Mongolia. Mongolia, get some hawks to help us out.
We'll see. We'll see. We don't know. Crumbs wants the Fox. If you can get it, we'll see. Cloud9 has a bunch to serve up, and they really took a lead in the beginning off bot fights, off the bot lane. We were wondering what was going to happen with that, and they were able to push back Echo Fox the whole time. It was quick, and it was not subtle from C9.
This was a huge collapse out of them. It's 4 members down here, and Kai'Sa tries to help, but what can Kai'Sa really do to stop Blabber from being Blabber? And he gets chunked out, and that just prompts Golden Glue to go crazy. And take a look at this. This is blind, by the way. We get to see it great on the Observer team. Bam!
So
Who goes that way?
The inkling there is he did see her cut hard, but there's still so much room that I still get so much credit.
He knows there's a stone there, right? So if he cuts hard, if he commits to the decision, he has to go through the stone. So that's Golden Glue doing some trigonometry there on Yasui's.
And moving forward in this one, it was basically C9 all the time coming out of our mouths. The team fight at Baron, they were able to really pick it up with a 4-for-0. It was strung out at first, but absolutely in their favor as it started.
It makes a big deal
that
Yasui has to teleport in. When you're dealing with 2 Mountain Dragons, there is no waiting around at Baron. You have to be there for the objective, and Cloud9 recognizes that. That is one of their best qualities as a team, is doing those Barons, and I believe that giant cliff is actually that Baron play.
That's crazy, especially the damage from Golden Glue, 25K. absolutely crazy. You have to add up other scores on the board just to even reach him on either side. So Golden Glue with another fantastic game coming out. We'll have to see what these guys have in store for the top of the table continuing to go on. 2 games are now down, and we are just getting started here. Coming up next, we'll see TSM take on Clutch Academy. Don't touch that mouse or browser.
Or if you're watching mobile.
Your phone. This could be a great fight back onto Lorlo after having a lost lane. Lorlo gets himself to safety, but this could be the kill for Jukes. Blabber doesn't have any follow-up. Oh, he gets the flash! The Q-up's got no ducked, and there's a double kill! Coming in for Blabber. When you just thought it was over, they were getting started.
This Silas jungle is
Oh, we saw once almost again! Oh, stun on the back line. Nicely done. That means the DPS can't come out for loss. He gets fake call in, fake call out. He says, here you go, Phil. You may not want this, but we're going for it. We're all in, and C9 is happy to oblige.